Yeah.
All right, well, since this is what I'm studying, I will ask you quite a lot of questions. Well, one short line. Can I get the slide? Can we get the slide?
The slides?
Slides. Yeah.
Slides. Oh, yeah, give me a sure, happily.
Okay.
Give me a email.
I will. And the second question is, I just want to know about the U.S. foreign policy over Nabucco and South Stream and Tabi pipeline together.
U.S. policy over what?
Nabucco, South Stream,
Nabucco.
And also Tabi in some respects.
Well, I'm really not an expert on Nabucco, but I will say that there's a great controversy over whether it should gain all the international subsidy that it will require to bring it home. And I think it's worth continuing to watch because the gas phase of this pipeline thing is now heating up. And Nabucco is one side. The Russians have another side called South Stream, in which they would offer the same kind of services, but an underground pipeline through underneath the Black Sea. I think that it's very worth watching whether it's worth a major. I would tend to say it is worth a major effort to try and make this happen. That's my personal opinion. But there's a lot of economic arguments to be solved in between.
One last question.
I want to know about Chechnya from the first speaker. What, and this might be some of my own ignorance about Chechnya. Is it its own country, and are they connected really wrong with what's going on with them in Russia?
No. Putin basically, they've killed several of the opposition leaders, but Putin has basically installed his own Quisling there in Chechnya. And he's used that in the supporter. This person, his name is Kadyrov, and they have built some support around him. He's recruited some former fighters and things, and he basically operates Chechnya as his own fiefdom now, as long as he pays homage to Moscow and to Putin. And so, but there's still daily violence there. There's still fighting going on at a very low to mid-level, even suicide attacks. In the capital, but it's now Chechnya has become the least explosive republic. It's Dagestan, the neighbor to the east, is now one of the most explosive areas where there's just a very high ratio of violence now that has surpassed what Chechnya is. So, and that's why the whole from the Black Sea to the Caspian or Caspian Black Sea, it's become a belt of instability, and it's spread throughout all the republics now to where they have low-level insurgencies.
Okay, last question.
It's not a question. I just wanted to say that you talked about jobs that the Foreign Commercial Service just okayed another 100 positions, so they are hiring. So if any of your students are interested in
that was my last position, and I was able to go to Moscow and Budapest through the commercial service. It's something that very few people know about, should know. Everybody should know about it because it's a nationwide network to facilitate business overseas. And it's not a large service, but it parallels the diplomatic service in the sense that it's sending people overseas to serve in U.S. embassies. You're doing work that is, I think, as interesting as any work in the embassy because you're going out and really meeting the people. You're seeing businesses on the ground. You're meeting natives, and it's really a great opportunity. And it's not exactly easy to access because the entry is sort of irregular. But making a point of contacting the Commerce Department in your job search if you want to do foreign service is really a worthwhile opportunity.
Okay, thank you very much. Excuse me, for a very successful conference, and I urge all the speakers to send us the short forms of your papers, okay? And we are going, next step is to put together this 50th anniversary yearbook and to have our history and illustrious alums represented there and so forth, lots of pictures. And I think some other next steps for CREES are this year we're working hard on creating the MAJD program, 4-year program. And a final thing, next year is, of course, 20 years after the end of the Soviet Union, so we're planning sort of some sort of conference bash for next fall. So more on that later. So thank you very much.